Let's go now to CNN's Jim Acosta, who's at the White House for us at this late hour. And Jim, what is the reaction from the White House to this Washington Post report?
Well, not surprisingly, Jake, the White House is pointing us to the outside counsel, Mark Kasowitz, and a spokesman for Mark Kasowitz is responding to the Washington Post story with a statement. It's a brief statement. We can show it to you and then talk about it in a larger context. It says the FBI leak of information regarding the president is outrageous, inexcusable, and illegal. A couple of interesting things about that statement, Jake. One is that Mark Corallo, who is a spokesman for Mark Kasowitz, is not denying, this is not a denial. It is not denying that the president is under investigation for obstruction of justice by the special prosecutor, Bob Mueller. The other thing that is interesting about this statement, Jake, is that it seems to chalk up this Washington Post story to an FBI leak. That is not at all proven at this point. It is just something that the president's legal team appears to be throwing out right now as part of its defense of the president against some pretty bad news tonight.
And Jim, an interesting tweet earlier this evening from the chairwoman of the Republican National Committee, Roma Romney McDaniel, accusing Mueller of making an unfounded accusation against President Trump. I don't know of any accusation, founded or otherwise, that Robert Mueller has made, at least openly, about the president. I assume there is some talking points being distributed for the president's supporters.
That's right, and we've obtained some of these talking points. There are talking points coming out of the RNC, going out to their various surrogates all over Washington. Here are some pictures of them right here, and essentially it is ended with a conclusion that says that here are the main talking points. The illegal leaks are the only crime here, according to these talking points from the RNC. The investigative committees have clearly struck out on the collusion charge and are now shifting to baseless obstruction of justice charges. It goes on to say there is no case for obstruction of justice, and when is this fishing expedition going to end, it says, so we can get back to the real issues that matter to Americans. A couple of interesting things there, Jake. Obviously, we've been hearing from the Republicans, hearing from the White House, hearing from the president's surrogates, that the real crime here are these leaks. Now, obviously, if the president was somehow involved in obstructing justice here, that would be the overriding crime that would have to be investigated by authorities. And so it does seem at this point that the RNC, the president's surrogates, the president's aides and allies out there are trying to put a stop to this investigation as best as they can and put a stop to the media attention as best as they can with these talking points. But it's unclear, Jake, as to whether that's going to be successful, obviously, because, you know, when you have the president of the United States firing the FBI director, going on NBC News and saying, well, is it because of this Russia thing? I did it because of this Russia thing. And then James Comey putting down in memos that he felt pressured by the president. Obviously, you know, that is going to lead, I would think, most special prosecutors to at least take a look at this.
All right, Jim Acosta, thanks so much.